Ken here with Dominion. Starting off the day kind of small. Checked about 12 traps already. And my conibear sets. I got a set in here. There's a trap there. A trap that's been there. Bait stick there. Bait stick here. And a little bit of caster from the nursing female that I found in this watering hole. But I got another pup. Looked like I had another turtle eating on him as soon as I got in. This will be the third pup I've taken out of this hole. I made a mistake and didn't check the female to see how many pups she had. So I'm not really sure how many pups are left in this hole. But I had this trap set off yesterday. I made the mistake of not taking the springs off, and it was set off with no catch, and it looks like I caught that pup just now. Pull this thing out of here and let you get a better look at it. Yeah, turtles really got a hold of that pup. But pups are coming up in size. Some of the first early pups I was getting in other places were 2 pounds, and this one's every bit of 4, I'm sure. So I'll check all the other sets on the other side of this water hole. I have to drive all the way around it because it's a creek that's real deep. Some places over 10 foot. I had a coon earlier plugging up one of my good sets. I hate coons. I don't know anybody that likes coons anymore. But in Oklahoma, they've removed them from being protected at all, so you can pretty much kill coons all year long, anytime you want. Hunt them, call them in, use dogs. They're doing that because the trappers haven't been trapping the coons as much in the last so many years because the prices are way down. So the coons are getting overrun. We'll keep looking around, check some other traps, and if I get any more, I'll get back to you. Alright folks, I want to kind of do a product spotlight on something I use every day on the line. A couple videos ago I showed you what my drowning rig setup is and how I rigged up my rods in order to use them quick and efficiently to get in and out of a spot without a whole lot of hassle. And this time I'm going to show you about my trap setter that I use for conibears. They're called the RTS setter. You can see 2 different versions of it right there. But I got a trap in here that's empty. I got snapped off. So I'm going to pull it up out of here. I'm going to set this camera up. I'm going to show you how to use this RTS setter. It's a one-handed setter. That way if you happen to make a mistake and get your arm caught in a conibear, you can get out of it with the one arm. Alright folks, this is a 280, Bridger 280. Seems to be the only trap small enough I have that's catching the pups. I got it rigged up with a hag spring clip. Runs right through that rebar. You can rig them up all kinds of different ways once you have those on there. But the RTS setters that I got, this is an older version that I found on a resale place, and the new versions that they sell are a little more heavy duty, a little more girth, definitely a little heavier, but they both do the same thing. It's got a cocking gun in there, basically, one of those heavy duty ones, and it closes right up with one hand, so you can get those traps closed up pretty quick, not have to carry rope with you or do it with your brute strength. But these are pretty efficient. It's definitely one of the best tools that I got. As a trapper, you do a lot of searching for the right tool that's going to help you get everything done efficiently. And when it comes to conibears, there's not a better tool on the market. You can see there, you got to hold that spring in place just long enough to get it to start compressing, and then once it does it all by itself with one hand. And then repeat on the other side. And if you got some really strong new traps and you're having a hard time closing them with your hands, you can always use this to close up the jaws after you've got the springs compressed. And you can use these as a safety device on the jaws when you're setting it. So they're multifunctional, and you can see sometimes it gets stuck because I haven't cleaned it up in a while. You can use an abrasive cleaner on these to kind of get all the muck out of there, to get it cleaned up real good. It won't stick so bad. Once you got it on there, you just set the spring, let go, it releases the tension, and then from there on out, depending on how strong your springs are, how strong your jaws are, you can use it to set the rest of the trap as well. But it makes it quick and easy. I know when I first started trapping, a lot of guys recommended that you'd set your conibear springs before you go out trapping. That way you don't have to mess with it in the field. I saw different methods online and in books. Some people use the tail hitch, the ball hitch on the end of their tailgate to compress the springs. Some people use a string or a rope that they would loop through the springs and hold with their foot, or loop with their foot and pull it up, and that works pretty good. But this involves very little physical labor. It's very quick, and you can do it anywhere. You don't have to run back to the buggy or the truck to get everything set up and taken care of. Some of the bigger guys obviously will just do this by hand, but I'm not one of those bigger guys. So if you guys are in the market for something that's going to help you move a little faster and be a little more efficient when it comes to trapping with conibears, the Robbie Trap Setter, the RTS Trap Setter is where it's at. Feel free to look them up and check them out. They're all over the place. I think you can buy them directly from them, and then you can buy them at most of the trap and supply places. If you're here in Oklahoma, Jeb's got them over at Okie Cable and Trap. I'm gonna get this thing back in here, and hopefully it won't get flipped off again without a catch. Dominion out.